Hey, happy Wednesday. Bobby Klink here. If you don't know me, I'm the I'm the lawyer and online entrepreneur behind Your Online Genius. And I help other online entrepreneurs get their legal stuff in order and also kind of build the businesses that they really want to build and love building. Today, I wanted to hop in here and have a little chat with you. It's a bit of a reality check, or you could say a sorry, not sorry moment. I wanted to talk about something that I see a lot of, and that is, look, I see a lot of people asking, can I, are there free software applications? Can I get this for free? Can I do that for free, et cetera, in their business? And I get it, right? Let me be clear. I understand it because when I first launched my business, especially my online business, I was on a shoestring budget, right? I was trying to bootstrap it. I was trying to do everything myself. I was trying to figure it all out. And I was trying to keep expenses down. But the reality is that if you want to build a business, you're going to have to pay some money. There's just no way around it. And there are going to be different things you're going to have to pay money for. I mean, you're going to have to pay to have a website somewhere. You can't have a free one. You're going to have to pay to have software for landing pages, to have your email service provider, to do all of those things that you just have to do as an online entrepreneur. Now, it'd be great if there was a free solution, but there just aren't. And if you think about it, it makes sense. I mean, building a software solution is not something that's simple. And so companies have to charge to do it, or otherwise they couldn't offer the services that we need. And so there's a lot of things you're going to need. And anyone who's out there, if there's like a guru out there who's trying to tell you, oh, you can do all this for free, you should run away from them. I mean, just run, because they are not being honest with you. The reality is that there are costs associated with having a business. Now, I am all for trying to delay those costs as long as possible. So like with email service providers, I know there are some that are, free or nearly free. When you only have, a few subscribers, use those when you start. I'm all for it. Until you start to build momentum, that's not a problem. And you should definitely take advantage of that. But you just need to understand, if you want to run webinars, for example, there is no free webinar software out there, because running a webinar is an expensive proposition. There's a lot of technology that's involved in it. There's a lot of stuff that you have to build out. There's a lot of infrastructure. And so it's going to cost money. Now, you could try to do something where you just put it on a page somewhere and stream some video. And yeah, that might work. But quite honestly, to stream something live, most video software, if you want to stream something live, you're going to have to pay for that video software. So they're going to get you one way or the other. And it's just going to happen. But it's also going to come in like if, you're thinking about things like when you set your business up. I know people don't like hearing this, but I preach you should create an LLC. And I understand that's expensive. I understand it's not a lot of fun. But if this is a business, not a side hustle, not a hobby, not something like that, but a business that you really want to be kind of the cornerstone of how you're going to build your wealth or, build your life going forward, you got to get serious. And that means filing an LLC. And that's going to cost some money. Now, if you're in California, it costs a lot of money, like $800 or something. Most other states, it's not that bad. Here in DC, I think it's $220. I've heard some people say that in their state, it's $50. But the point is there are going to be some costs involved. And you just need to expect that. Now, what you need to do is try to figure out, okay, what costs can I avoid? And there are definitely things that you can and should bootstrap early on. I am all for, trying to figure out the marketing yourself, not hiring someone to do your marketing. When you first start dabbling in Facebook ads, it's not going to make sense to go hire someone to do your Facebook ads, because they're going to charge you $1,500 really as a minimum on a monthly basis to run your Facebook ads. Well, when you're starting out and maybe spending a couple $100, that doesn't make sense, right? You would never do that. You're going to start doing the copywriting yourself. You're going to start by doing all of that stuff, and it's important to do it. What you should do, though, is you should think through and say, hey, okay, what are things that either I can't do or that it's going to take me 10 times as long to do it as if I just hired someone, and there, if you can find an affordable solution to get it done. So this might be things like graphic design, especially nowadays that you can get graphic design on Fiverr, or you could find a VA out of the Philippines who would charge you $3 to $5, to do graphic design. If you've seen like my cartoon caricature guy that I've got on my page in various places. That thing cost me $70 to get done on Fiverr. I went and found someone who was doing it for $70. I said, sure, let's do it. And so that's an easy no-brainer, because that kind of stuff, design kind of stuff, no, I'm not going to be good at it. And there are cheap solutions. So find yourself, $100, $200, and you can get a lot of design work to really kind of give yourself a lot of the pieces that you might want in various places. Other things, finances. If you just can't do the finances, if your brain just doesn't work that way, hire a bookkeeper. They're going to be a bit pricey, but people talk about loving it. Me, I love the numbers. I've always enjoyed that. I enjoy digging into the numbers, so that doesn't bother me, right? That was not something that early on I felt like I should do. But I will be clear, I did have a CPA from day one. I had a CPA because I said taxes and all of those things are beyond what I want to do. And, the tax code, I don't know how big it is, but, I'm guessing it's probably this big. I mean, it would take me forever to get through it, understand it, et cetera. Whereas if you have a CPA, they know what they're doing and they can help you. And then also, let's be honest, the legal stuff is probably not something that you really have expertise with or want to deal with. And let me be clear, I don't think you should hire me. I tell people all the time, don't hire me, don't hire a lawyer. Lawyers are too expensive. Find solutions, though, where you can find templates or trainings or, things where people will do it for you. And a perfect example, like with trademarks, I recommend to people trademark their brand from the beginning. But if it's a pretty simple thing, you don't have to hire a lawyer. There's a company I use that charges $165 to do the filing for you. If it's going to, fly through the total cost between their fee and the government, it's $400. And so I send people there all the time. I say, go do that. That is kind of the bootstrapped cheap way to do a trademark. And so, there are ways that you can bring costs down, but I just want to give you the reality check that if you're not going to be willing to spend a little bit of money on your business, you don't have a business and you're not going to have a business. And I know people don't like hearing that. And I know, I'd probably be much more popular maybe if I said, oh, hey, I can help you build a business for free. But that's just bull. I mean, it's not true. And I'm not someone who gives BS. I'm someone who tells the truth, who gives people real insight, real information, and is actually honest about it. And the honest truth is, if you want to build a business for the long term, at least, you need to start by spending money, and you're going to have to do it early on, whether it's with software solutions, with getting some training, with getting your legal stuff taken care of, with getting the financial stuff in order, with getting a CPA, with all of that stuff. You're just going to have to be willing to do it. It's part of going pro. And if you haven't been doing it and you're at the point where you really are trying to transition over to kind of really create a real business, now's a perfect time to really start dealing with all that stuff, to get it done and to get it taken care of. And you have to make your own kind of list of the triage of where, the things that you're going to spend money on first. But I'm going to recommend to you, the software solutions, you got to have those. You got to have a CPA, and your legal stuff just has to be up there. Realistically, if you really want to build a business for the long term, investing a little bit of money in getting a contract template, so you have a contract to use with clients, or a course agreement if you have, if you're a course creator, or a membership agreement if you have a membership site, or testimonial releases and contractor agreements, all of these things, it is worth paying a little money. And again, the mindset shift is to say it's not an expense. You are making an investment. You're making an investment in your business that will pay off in spades down the line. Because if you want to have a good, strong business 5 years from now, you got to set the right foundations now. And the legal, the financial, and all of those things are an important piece. So that's my call to action to you today is if you're ready, if you want to have a business, or if you're ready to kind of make the transition from side hustle to business, you need to go pro. And that means investing some money. Now, I have very affordable solutions. That's my goal. I don't want you to pay me by the hour. You would pay me $500 by the hour. And quite honestly, I'm thinking about raising that just so that no one ever wants to hire me. And that's, not a reasonable solution for people who are starting out. And I get that. And that's why I created my templates. And that's why I offer them at prices that are very affordable. And that's why I created my Online Genius template library, because it is an all-in-one solution. Basically, you buy that and you don't have to worry about this stuff anymore because you will have all of my legal templates now. You have access to a Facebook group. You have all of that stuff. So you have legal peace of mind. So you don't have to worry about, well, what happens if I do X? Well, you got a template for it. You deal with it. And you can just grow your business and spend all of your time growing your business. And here's the thing. With the payment plan, and it's the cart's not even open right now, but when it is open with the payment plan, you can get it for as little as $97 a month for a year. If you're serious about your business, you need to be able to find $97 a month for important things. And so that's why I priced it that way. I just wanted to make sure it was accessible. Now, if it sounds like something you'd be interested in when the cart's open, you can join my waitlist by going to youronlinegenius.com/library. That gives you kind of, you're in the door. You'll hear about it for sure. You get early access. You get some extra, bonuses or, some extra goodies if you join through the waitlist during a period that I kind of open it up only to my waitlist members. So, if it's something that you might want, if you're someone who wants to go pro and you want to have the peace of mind of knowing that your business is protected legally, you should definitely join the waitlist. And you can do that by heading to youronlinegenius.com/library. And, I look forward to seeing you. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. But my biggest call to action to you is start thinking about not thinking of, costs as expenses, but as investments. Where do you need to invest in your business and be willing to do it? That will be one of the keys to really getting your business going moving forward. So that's it for today. I'll be back on Friday. I may pop in tomorrow if something, strikes me, but I'll definitely be back here on Friday talking about focusing on the 5%, something that I think a lot of us need to do more of. So that's it for today. I'll talk to you later.